All right, hello and welcome back to Join the Anarchy, the interactive and improvised Shadowrun Anarchy campaign here live on Twitch. I believe we have everybody back in the game. All of our tech is back in order, so we shouldn't be having any problems. Thank you for bearing with us. So, where were we? Where were we?
Voltar was talking with Amy and...
Thank you.
Yeah, Amy and Bridget were chatting with Voltar and challenging her as to her motivations.
Yeah. Bridget's on board with teaming up. I don't know about Amy, though.
Amy kind of gives her a side glance and looks at Bridget and says, okay, well, you're investigating the principal too?
Yes, I am.
Well, we've got something in her locker that should help.
But we've got to get it before anybody else finds it.
Then I would move to your locker immediately. I will follow behind, make sure that you aren't caught.
Okay.
I don't know where your locker is, so you're gonna have to show her.
Yeah. Her locker is this one that we just got to.
It's like right next to the door, and she's like, oh.
Yep, locker 1, that's me.
Aw.
I was the first one to sign up.
That's nostalgia, man. I've done that with my old locker. And I'm like, oh, look, 427. That's me.
Plot point. Like... You hear down the in like the cafeteria area, two voices talking and actually sounding more like arguing.
I am going to check that out. You two grab what you need and leave before if something happens. And Voltar will, she'll give her her comlink number so they can contact her if anything happens. And she'll show how to subvocal if that's a possibility.
We'll get connected to her.
Yeah, for Amy. She'll show how to subvocal, and she'll keep it to like a private chat, so obviously she can't hear Fritz and everybody else. And Voltar will sneak down to where she can hear the conversation better.
Amy, are we cool now?
Oh my god, I don't know, whatever, I don't care.
That's it. That's the spirit.
Whatever. I don't know. That metal lady's not the coolest person I've ever met.
There's also got the little drone flying, buzzing behind her.
And Deliverance is like,
catching a bus or something.
And what's Fritz doing?
He's kind of been out of the loop. So he's like looking through like everyone's comm links and pinging them and trying to piece 2 and 2 together. He's still just kind of sitting there at the Route 66, like fuck.
Is there? Sorry.
He'll give Calamity a call.
All right.
Pick up my running friend down the street.
Hey, Shug, what's going on?
Honestly, I wish I knew. Here are my coordinates. I'm going to need a ride if you're available at the moment, and we're going to need to catch a friend before she passes out. And then she'll be able to tell us exactly what we're doing. Because at the moment, you have as much idea as I do. Hopefully it's not something dangerous and just driving.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Be ready. Thank you.
So, cut to, the pink, what was it? A pink, Chevy?
Corvette?
It was it's a
pink convertible.
It's a something. It's a pink convertible.
It's a car.
Yeah. Wheels up with Fritz and Deliverance running down the street. Says, hey, you need a ride?
This up to Fritz or Deliverance? Sorry.
This is up to Deliverance.
Get in, loser. We're going running.
Oh, I want that on a t-shirt.
Okay. All right. I'm surprisingly out of shape.
That's why you should play tennis. That's what keeps me spry. Look, I've been out of commission for a bit, obviously, and Travis is very drunk, so a lot of this shit's gonna be off canon. But
I just want to see
what are we doing? So this is you just ran off with.
I'm sorry. I didn't have a way there. We tracked the principal back to the school, and for some reason, Amy and her friend Bridget are there, and yeah, the one that they were talking about. The principal called her a bitch. Remember? She's like student body president. She solves mysteries all the time.
I was being attacked by the entirety of a government specialist team in the Matrix. So
I thought I didn't. Okay, anyway. So anyway, yeah. So, but the RFID chip pinged us. So the
right.
principal, it's he obviously hasn't taken a dump yet because he's back at the school and and Voltar and what's his name are. I'm sorry. We need to get to Amy. I don't know what she's thinking.
Get in the car. I've got some waters, and she holds up a bottle of water for you.
Does she Uber on the downtime?
No, this is her job. She fucking runs
true.
runners.
That's
She's
true.
fucking...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yet her car is always in tip-top shape. There's no bullet holes.
She's so good.
Yeah. Nick, I don't know what that means. It's like, so we're going after Amy, or we're going after Volta? I mean, it looks like they're near the same location, but so your daughter is quite the adventurous learner. It seems. She may have gotten in over herself here, but we'll be able to handle it. Right,
Yeah, I guess I tried to pull shit like this when I was her age, so I shouldn't be that surprised.
She doesn't know about your interesting career choice, does she?
Calamity takes a very hard turn, and you just go whoosh to the side.
That was
zooming
the
through
timing
the-
of my
she's
stream,
zooming
by the way,
through the
with
Detroit
Travis
streets.
and Oz both moving. It was amazing.
Yeah. So Fritz is fine, but like Deliverance like slams against the car door and goes, "No, of course not."
She has on the plot point, just because I didn't detail this before, but it's always been in my mind. It's a convertible, so it's not up here, but she does have on the backs of her seats little handles that say "oh shit" on them. So she has literal "oh shit" handles. And so he always knows whenever there's a turn, he just grabs it real quick, and then he's fine, and then he lets go of it, and that's just like a constant thing. But yes, so what's do you have a plan of what to do? I've been out of it quite a bit.
Oh, well, I guess I could take a look inside and see what they're doing. But maybe I guess once we're there, Onyx can catch us up. I hope, and I mean I'm going in after her. I have to go get her.
Of course.
So I'll get the. Maybe I'll just. Hey, Onyx.
Yeah.
What's going on over there? I'm gonna head right in. Those two girls are gonna need some help.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna say the thing I'm thinking probably, but okay. Yeah, no. So the Nancy Drews are in there. They just got stuff out of their locker. Is there something you want me to do?
Just keep following them, and keep me updated as to where they are. I'll be right there.
Okay, I can do better. And he just gives you a live feed of the drone.
Oh God. Okay.
I would imagine that you would see Walter like acknowledging them, like after done talking with them, and she's like now turning away to go to the cafeteria.
Yeah. So in
And
the
it's
cafeteria,
following her, yes?
It's following Voltar right now. Unless
Onyx
Onyx wants to
would've-
stick with the girls.
Onyx would keep it on the girls since since
Okay.
we just said that.
Yeah, you're not like, are you hiding it or are you being obvious?
I mean, does it actually make buzzing noises? Is it something to be hidden?
Very lightly. Very light buzzing noises. You could hide it pretty well.
Can
Okay.
you land it on the wall and just like spy on them?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can.
I'm retro kicking in. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, as of several seconds ago, I absolutely can.
All right, so Amy and Bridget are very, very careful to open the locker without making a sound. Meanwhile, Voltar, as you're approaching the cafeteria, you hear voices like, "What do you mean our entire shipment is gone?" And it's like, yeah, well, somebody came in here and fucking stabbed all of the product and flushed it down the drain. We're down literally 1 million new yen in drugs.
Whew.
Could have sold that.
Could
And you meant 500,000 karma.
would Voltar record this? Like, can I? With like my comm
Your
link and
cyber
everything?
eyes, for sure.
Yes, I'll do that. Does this other person sound like a female or a male?
Male.
Okay. Is there any way that I could stealth closer to see them?
Sure, give me a stealth test.
Of course. The thing I upgraded my stealth. I'm just gonna say that I'm doing this with my arms as well. I feel like I'm like on very low to the ground. Shush. 4 successes. I have edge. I'm gonna re-roll that because why not? 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Yeah, you're a stealth beast. So as you just like shuffle between the cafeteria tables and work your way into the lunch ladies area,
Yeah.
you see the principal arguing with an elf.
Okay, yeah, I'll record it. I'll send it to the group if I can while like live broadcast it. I'll even give it to Amy and Bridget. Why
Do
not?
you have cyber eyes yet?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, so we've been able to see it, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're recording
wait.
You're recording this argument, and basically,
Yeah.
the elf and actually the compatriot is there as well. Funny enough, they're and I guess these are different elves from the ones that were in the office because their RFID tags are separate. Or like the ones that were in the office were in different locations. So it seems to be just a network of
Third elf.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when Amy hears the 1 million new yen, she goes, and her and Bridget look at each other like,
I feel like you guys are watching this like iPhone wise. Like it's like you're on landscape and your friends are just like around the phone looking at it. Like,
Yeah, because we're viewing through Voltar's eyes, and I assume we have sound. Does she have cyber ears, or like does the recording from vision? Do we only get vision when we see through cyber eyes? I don't think I've ever asked that question in a year and a half.
That's a good question. It would be through cyber ears that you could
Yes.
record, but that doesn't mean that she can't use her comlink to record
right. Yeah.
That's true.
yeah,
that's
that's
true.
what
and then
yeah.
match. And you
So
can
comlink,
match
yeah,
the-
then the cyber eyes. Okay, cool. That
yeah.
makes
So
sense. So
might be a little
he
delayed, but yeah.
he sees that, and they're like, someone stabbed all the bags, and he he's looking at it in AR as they're going, and then he kind of just turns and looks at Deliverance in the car, and then looks back at the feed to see if she's like what she's thinking.
Deliverance kind of just narrows her eyes and moves like,
And you're seeing it through Onyx's feed from his fly spy, Amy and Bridget going, oh my God. Like, you know that face. You know their face of guilt.
But also, if this is so cool, this is definitely the coolest.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. This is the best ever. Deliverance, like as soon as she notices that, snaps to Fritz. Goes, do you think she didn't?
We're just like, oh my god, you did that!
Good job,
and Amy's like, oh my god! Oh, we're gonna be in such trouble.
Well, look, at least they're not selling people's organs on the black market, or
Well, that's
I mean,
a pretty damn low bar, Fritz.
Yes, well, Shadowrunners are some of the lowest forms of human beings.
Oh, all right, okay.
Hey, whoa.
I'll take that one away.
Hello, the channel. You got talking to all of us here.
Sorry, I forgot you were in here. My brain must have been knocked around recently.
Oh man, burn. Sorry.
The elf and the principal continue their argument, and basically it starts devolving into this is 1,000,000 new yen that you were responsible for. I'm hearing echo.
Yeah, I hear echo.
I hear it as
back
well.
up. It might be me.
Okay.
Mhm.
No,
No,
wait.
still hear it.
No, I hear it.
Here, let me try muting. I hear it too, but
I don't.
All right. Nope, it's working now. No, I hear myself. Okay.
audio.
I'm gonna go mute right now.
Audio.
Wouldn't be anarchy without technical difficulties.
Right. Okay, so it sounds good now.
Okay.
The argument continues. This was 1,000,000 new yen worth of drugs, and whatever your harebrained scheme to hide them in the food lockers in your school, it wasn't secure enough. You realize that you're responsible for this, right? He's like, wait, well, listen, no, wait, hold on. We can find the person that is actually responsible. You don't need to pin it on me. It's like, no, I'm pretty sure we do. And he pulls out a gun and shoots him in the kneecaps.
Wait, who shoots who?
The elf
shoots the principal in the kneecaps, plot point.
But
And he just
they said
screams.
some pretty specific shit, right? Like
Yeah.
they were like, "You're the one that hid the drugs." And Wire, you're the one that did the drugs, right? Like pretty on the nose shit. And
Yeah.
Fritz is just kind of like red circle in the top of the thing. Like this used to be hard.
That guy just shot that guy.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh god!
Wait, let's just leave. Let's leave. I got the tape.
Let's go. Let's go.
Uh,
You have the. Okay, let's go.
And plot point. That's when the elf backup arrives. 2 goons that just run right into that Amy and Bridget run right into. Deliverance and Fritz pull up to the school.
Fritz immediately messages Boltar and says, "Kids."
Yeah, she immediately when she because she has a comlink with them, when they freak out, yeah, she's immediately stealthing back up the stairs and running towards the girls. And
Give me another stealth test.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want me to stealth?
Yes.
I'm pre-edging this one because why not?
Oh yeah, I'll spend an
drop
edge too. Why not? That'll be
Oh
fun.
no.
Oh, 3 successes.
post
I'm
edge.
re-rolling that. 1, 2, 3.
You already pre-edged.
I
Well,
can't
aren't
It's
you
re-roll
5
the
successes when you had the 4s.
That's true.
Oh, I didn't even
Fine.
look at them. I didn't even see the. I don't see 4s.
What 4s?
Yeah. What?
Oh, I'm
4s
sorry.
do you-
Oh,
look
never
at-
mind.
you
I'm
look at
looking at
the
my own roll. Yeah, this is a bit.
Wait,
No, you only got 3 successes.
I thought we were able. I thought we were
thought you
able to do the thing after once.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
did
thought
you do it
so
once?
too.
I thought we were able to edge after we pre-edged.
It's pre
just once.
or post.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh god.
I mean, actually, well, I guess they're not very specific. Yeah, you can use it. You can use it. I'll allow
cool.
it.
5 successes. I'm back down to my normal edge anyway. That was all
I mean,
my
yeah, it's just less
bonus
edge
edge.
for us. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, chat. By the way.
Ugh, bullshit. Okay. Alright, so
Oh, thanks, chat.
Yeah.
you're able to stealth straight through and make your way as you hear the goons say, "Get down on the ground," to Amy and Bridget, pointing guns at them.
Oh God.
Jeez.
I
Oh,
mean,
dude.
Bridget is down on the ground.
Yeah,
Yes,
Amy,
immediately.
Amy hesitates for like a split second, and then like with a terrified look on her face, gets down on the ground.
What is Onyx doing?
Onyx is out of the van. I think. I don't think he lets this slide. I think he's running towards the thing. Or are the drones equipped with? Is that drone specifically equipped with a weapon?
Not the fly spy, but you do have other drones in your arsenal. I believe you have roto drones. Those
Yeah, but they're
have
not.
pistols on it
inside.
attached to them.
Okay. Well, are they near enough that I could maneuver and shoot these guys?
You can zoom them over to that area. Yes.
Yeah. I guess I'm
You know
doing
what?
that.
I think we should.
Third
I think
order.
we should go
Yeah.
into
I agree.
initiative.
Initiative.
Well, I'm okay with what I've done so far. The guys are currently holding Bridget and Amy on the floor. Another one has just shot the principal in the kneecaps, and well, Voltar's already left, so you don't hear the rest of that conversation. Deliverance.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible that I could hide my comlink somewhere down there so they could hear it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
You spent. a
I'll
plot
use
point.
I'll use my last plot point to do that.
Okay.
Because that's
So-
pretty important, I think, for us.
Yeah.
She'll
So the-
hide it well, though, obviously.
Yeah. So the rest of the conversation goes. You're going to spend the rest of your teaching career in a wheelchair, and you're still going to owe us.
Shit.
And when we find who's responsible for it, and then at that point you hear he kind of lifts his finger to his ears, and at that same time you hear the goons holding the two girls to their ears. It's like, we've got two two teenage girls here that seem to have broken in. They might be witnesses, and this guy with the principal says, "Well, then fucking eliminate him."
Oh, no.
Deliverance.
Now
it's your turn.
I hear all of this. I know 100% what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it fair to say that we saw those other elves go into the same door?
No, because this was in the back, and you didn't really have any visual on that area.
Okay. So, we pull up to the school, we're just, and Deliverance, she's out of the car before it stops. And she knows this school, so she's gonna run in the direction where she knows these elves are, holding her daughter. And she, as she's running, blood starts spurting from her wrists and her forehead, and blood drips down her face, and she wipes it out of her eyes. And she and as she's running, she calls up a spirit from out of the ground, and we'll do Spirit of Man, because I got blessed you, and I will
Right.
pre-edge.
Nice.
Okay, so that is 6 successes.
All right, yeah. So you go ahead and summon your Spirit of Man. Tell me more.
Oh wait, I forgot to roll my 3 extra for the blood magic. That's 7 successes. Yeah, so this this Spirit of Man is it's a woman decked out like a no, actually not a woman, it's a man decked out like an urban brawler. He's got leather jacket and spikes all down the arms, and on the back it says nightmares, and he vroom, over to the elves. I don't know if I can get that far that fast. And she
I would say yes. I mean, it's a spirit.
all right. And she and the spirit at the same time scream at the elves, "Get away from my daughter!" And I guess this would be
I knew it!
Stop that.
Well, you already did a conjuring, so now it's going to be the spirit that can do an attack.
Okay, the spirit will attack. Okay, so that is agility, 10 dice to attack, close combat, 6 successes. What up?
Do I spend an edge? Actually, here, have a glitch die. Okay.
Nice.
All right, so you got 3 net successes. What's the base damage?
3 stun.
3 stun. Okay, so you got 6 stun total. And then describe what the exploit is.
I think
I have one if you need help.
the exploit is that the girls are aware enough in that moment that they're able to kind of like duck around a corner and kind of like they're still very much in danger, but they're like, it doesn't take just a trigger pull to get them.
Okay.
So they're like kind of just off to the side. Yeah. And
then the attack does like it's like a, what is it, like a punch or
yeah, it's like a slam.
That's a slam.
I think with the theme of this with this one, actually let's make it a tackle. And yeah, and like a hug tackled to the ground kind of thing. And I have a quick question. Accident is a critter app that the Spirit of Man has. Does that take an action to do it?
Yes.
Or okay.
All right.
All right, cool.
All right, so your spirit tackles one of the dudes to the ground while the other one is like, holy shit, and he sees the girls leaving and he like fires off a stray bullet at Amy and Bridget, which misses them by a wide shot, but still, holy shit, they've been shot at. Fritz.
Yeah, Deliverance fucking bolts out of the car, and Fritz starts to set stuff up in AR, and he's like, is it Calamity? I'm going under. Keep me within the vicinity of the school so I can stay connected. And Calamity's like, wait, you're not going in, hon? And he's like, I'm a man of science, not a barbarian. And he goes under. And he it's one of those things where he like hits the sofa but he's like going up, or the car seat, and then is coming up. It's like a sofa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As he's falling, he's rising in the Matrix, and then he compiles a crack sprite.
Excellent. Give me your tasking test.
Say
You give me
17, 11. Wait, 11. Shit, sorry. I have new numbers. I think 6, 10, 11. Yes, 11 and 2, 5.
5. All right, so you compile a sprite. Which sprite are you compiling?
Crack sprite, I'm pretty
Excellent.
sure. And so yeah, he pops out, and Fritz orders him to go after the 2 dudes and try to break one of their guns. Wait, no, breaking guns isn't cyber combat, is it?
No, it's just regular.
So that's not a crack sprite. That's a
Fault sprite?
Sorry, I'm trying to pull this up. The fault sprite, yes, thank you. Well, no, that's cyber combat. Crack sprite, I was right. Don't
Crack
listen
sprite.
to me. Crack sprite.
Okay.
The booze talking.
All right, excellent.
Fuck me. All right.
All right, have it hack.
Okay. Oh man, why do I do this to myself? So that's fucking numbers. That's 5, and then that's only 9 and 4.
4. All right. So which gun were you targeting? The guy that just got tackled, or the guy that was just fired off a shot?
The guy that just fired off a shot.
Okay.
So he's the one that's unaffected at the moment. So yeah,
Yeah.
he's gonna make sure his gun's off.
There's
Okay.
only the goons,
Yeah.
right?
There's the 2 goons and the one that just shot the
Principal.
principal.
Oh,
Yeah,
He's in the
well,
lunchroom.
not that one.
Yeah, the
He's
the ones
one of
that are
the
with
goons.
girls. Yeah.
One of the
He's
gu-
gonna
yeah.
eliminate one of the goons' guns. Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
one that
then-
just fired a
so,
shot at Amy
Yeah.
and Bridget.
Yeah.
All right,
So
perfect.
the crack sprite's doing that, and then Fritz is heading towards where he sees like the proxy of the comm link to get in on douchebag's shit.
Okay, well, your action there was to compile your sprite, so you're done.
Right. Okay.
Onyx.
Hey. Okay, so you were saying I have my 2 drones with guns that could conceivably get in there and shoot this turn, or just maneuver towards it?
It can move and shoot. Sure.
Okay. I also want to go ahead and the drone that's in there, I just want to like have it fly into the one who's still standing's face, just with as much like propeller near the eyeballs as I can.
Sure. Give me a piloting other test.
Okay. I guess this is vehicle actions, right? So reroll 2 dice on vehicle actions.
Yeah.
And what 2 things am I adding together? Or
Agility plus piloting other.
agility 6, piloting other is 2, so 8. And I mean, whatever, edge, we're doing it. Thanks, Chad.
Where's your die roll?
I'm doing it. Hang on.
Oh, I see. So you're pre-edging?
Yes.
Okay, so you add 1 extra bonus die, and then your 4s count as successes.
Did I do it?
Yep.
Yeah.
4 successes. Okay, you succeed. So you just into which guy? The guy that got tackled, or I assume the guy that just shot?
The guy that just shot, yeah.
Yeah. So he's just like,
Am I also going to be able to shoot, or is that the whole thing?
you can move the others, I would say, but yeah, that's basically that was your role.
Okay, so they're in position then.
Okay, so these 2 roto drones just in through the door right above Deliverance, and hey, thanks for that mega cheer.
Yeah.
Actually, lots of mega cheers tonight, so thank you to everybody. Voltar.
Yeah, I would like to. Everybody's taking care of the goons.
You see Amy and Bridget just running in towards
Towards
your
her?
general direction. Like, oh my god! And then Amy, of course, is like, I think that was my mom.
Yeah. Yeah, Volter will look at the goons and see that they're being very well handled. This is very unlike Volter. She'll look at the 2 girls and she goes, I am going to pick you both up. I hope that is okay. And she reaches over and she just lifts them up under her arms. Like
Dashes.
Yeah, she just fucking dashes towards an exit.
This
And
day is
exit.
amazing!
We're gonna die!
All right, so at this point, as Voltar is dashing, you come across the dude who just shot at the principal. After the conversation that occurred between him and the principal was, I guess that basically ends it because, we already finished that conversation.
Does
Okay.
the principal die though? Did he shoot the?
He's
or did
currently
he shoot
bleeding out with his knees
Great.
shot.
Great.
Yeah, he'll never.
So
walk again.
Volter runs into this person.
This guy just basically like rounds the corner and he's there,
Yeah.
and he actually he doesn't even round the corner like open. You just see he comes out of cover and he boof,
Oh, you see that? Yeah.
and he
Volter
pops.
will
So
put the girls behind her.
give me 2 defense tests.
Yeah.
This guy's attacking twice.
Of course he is. Defense is. I need a sticky note. God damn it. Defense is what? Agility plus logic.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. I get rerolls on my agility, right?
Yes.
Yeah. 2.
Sure.
Sweet.
If you're using your arms, I think. Oh no, if you have That's cyber legs? I don't remember.
It's arms. I'll be honest. It's arms.
Okay, then. I don't. Yeah, you're not really using your arms right now because you're using them to
No.
hold.
So here's the first one, and here's the second one.
3 and 3.
And I 3 and 5, and I will re-roll the one that I got 3 on.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3. So 4 successes and 5 successes.
Okay. The second shot misses. The first one still hits with 2 net hits. So you're looking at 8 damage.
Okay. That's nothing. That's fine. Hold on. 8,
God.
6. Okay. It is actually
Got,
big.
like freaking DR.
That's half my armor though. 6 is still half my armor, so it is something, but that's still nothing. Okay. I get a second thing because of my legs, right? My narration.
This is my turn.
Well, fuck me.
I basically had that you're moving right through the school, getting.
Well,
them
I mean,
towards
if
an
I
exit.
was, yes, but if I was interrupted, I wanted to have an attack ready.
You can spend a plot point to do a dish
I don't
best
have any
served
plot points.
cold.
Just go. Just
Don't
go.
you
I don't
get
have a plot point.
don't you have a plot point per scene?
I do. Yes.
Because you have higher reflexes. So go ahead and spend it.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Alright, so you can hit back.
After I get shot and my armor and I imagine that it's straight in like her shoulder, and
Yeah.
she kind of jolts a bit and she stops and she
The one that's holding
turns-
Amy.
Yeah, and she sets down both of the girls and she turns around and she goes, "There is an exit that way," and she like points at the sign that says exit. And she goes, "I suggest you move." And she turns around and she runs at this person. She runs and she kind of like runs on the lockers, like jumps on the lockers, and just roundhouse kicks this guy in the face.
Nice. Give me a close combat.
Yeah.
While you're like football holding 2 of the girls, you're
No, I
like
set them
bouncing up. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
set
on
them
the
down.
side.
Set them down.
Drop them.
Close
I mean,
combat.
Bridget is running at this point. My perspective.
I will re-roll that. Why not? 1, 2,
I will
3.
also
That'll be my
re-roll
last
that.
edge, though.
Bye, Amy. Nice to meet you. Bye.
I got 6.
Stops for 1 second and is like watching, like,
Yeah, it's kind of that thing. It's kind of that thing where like you're about to see something happen, and you're just like, dude, and you start slapping their shoulder. Like,
and then
So,
she sees
I
her
guess
running and it's like,
Bridget's gonna like grab your hand, but then like also get like, oh, so cool.
I got
Cool.
6 successes.
Yeah,
Please
so
tell me I get.
yeah, no, the guy basically like just ducks under you, like Matrix style, and just slides into the hallway where he sees Amy and Bridget like, oh fuck, and
and they run.
meanwhile, the other 2 goons, one is like still, and like finally manages to swat away the fly spy. The other tackled is going to shoot at the nightmares, the urban brawler's spirit. So can you give me a defense test, please, Deliverance?
Agility plus logic. Oh, spirit of man's. I have a lot of those. 7 successes.
Yeah,
Nice. Jesus.
yeah. This guy just like, he aims the gun, and this spirit just basically swats it out of the way, and like just and it just fires off. Let's see.
Spirit of man, pity the fool.
Deliverance.
All right. So Deliverance is going to. I think we're gonna stun. I'm gonna throw a stun down on. Okay. Now everything I'm doing is considered blood magic, correct?
You triggered self-sacrifice?
I did.
Then yes.
Okay, so that gives me 12 dice, and I get plus. I did 3 damage to myself, so plus 3. So that's 15 dice on my stun bolt attack. And Deliverance is like like you wouldn't know she's bleeding because she is like red face, and you can see like the blood is just like pulsing out of her wrists and her forehead as she raises a hand to stun the one that just tried to shoot the spirit.
Okay.
That's 7 successes.
I don't know how I did it. I got one. You got one net hit instead of
What?
like a bajillion.
Instead of like, yeah. Okay, so that's 8 stun, armor avoidance, which I believe is just 1. Yeah. So she like he like raises up, gun gets knocked aside, and then she like uses the stun to like slam him back down, and says, "Stay down."
All right, and go for your spirit. I think your spirit can finish him off.
I think so. He's gonna go for it. That's close combat. Let's do it. 1 success. Let's edge that. 4 in total.
All right, you got 3 net hits. So describe how this guy how the urban brawler finishes him.
So he does a move that he was actually known for in life, and he reaches down to like this guy's shoulder, and then like pulls him up like by the shoulder, so he has one arm like flailing and dangling, and the other arm's like flailing around, and then just like slams him down on the ground.
Boof, and he's out.
Did you
It's
say
like a
your
cheesy
mom?
Did they see this part?
They are headed that direction. I think
I guess, yeah.
That entrance is their only good exit. This is
And
all
Bridget
happening
would
in
know
one
her.
hall.
Bridget would know her.
All right.
John Cena plays.
He's like,
yes.
Fritz.
So the tackle dude just got knocked fuck
Wrecked.
out. And
there was
then
just one
the
dude
other
who just
guy,
recovered. Yeah, he just recovered
but
from
his
like
guns-
the fly spy. But his gun's
But his
broken,
gun's wrecked. Yeah.
The
Unbeknownst to
other,
him.
let's say the other one that is now behind Valtar, kind of aiming at the girls. His gun still works. He totally just shot Valtar, so just letting you know.
Is Amy I don't know. Amy would probably not be doing any Matrix shit right now. No, because I'm wondering if like there's anybody in the Matrix that sees Fritz doing like anything. But I guess
Amy's
it's not
too
Right
distracted.
now, yeah, no, right now, no.
Okay. So yeah, the crack sprite basically like in the Matrix goes, and as the guy is like getting attacked by the thing, like touches, like just goes up and pokes the gun, and you can see it, you see it like dissipate in the Matrix, and then it like turns its head to see where Fritz is, and then like poltergeist or like fucking with like the Exorcist, like
Body
rather
melds.
than it moving. Yeah, like it rather than like moving, it just kind of like twitches and slides and like teleports next to him basically, and then he basically gets to where he sees the comlink, and he and the crack sprite both like try and take both of them. Fritz will do the elves, and the crack sprite will do the principals.
Nice.
Okay.
So I'll do Fritz first. That's just hacking. So that is 5 successes.
Okay, it works.
And then, cool. And then the sprite gets 5 again.
That also works.
Nice.
Cool. So they just take everything.
Oh, we lost
Mike's
track.
out.
Takes everything. Onyx.
He takes everything.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And is he able to do anything else when they both take stuff, or is that the end of the turn?
No, that's it.
Okay.
You each took one turn. Onyx.
Okay, so one of the goons just got their gun disintegrated, is the deal?
One of the gun
No, it just doesn't work.
doesn't work
Oh,
yet.
okay. Okay, but they don't know that yet.
No, he hasn't fired the gun yet.
Okay, and I guess I don't know that either because I'm not
Nope.
watching Fritz the Matrix. Okay, well then I just shoot those two guys.
Well, there's only one guy left, so go ahead and fire twice.
Oh yeah. The one-
Vehicle weapons plus agility.
Did that person just like get killed right in front of those kids?
Knocked out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stun damage.
It probably looks like he's dead though. Like if this was happening, I'd be like, they just killed that guy.
It's like wrestling
Killed the
moves.
guy.
His wrestling move slammed into unconsciousness.
He got Undertakered, but
Okay. All right. So for shooting guns from a drone, am I using
vehicle weapons
piloting,
plus
or am I
agility.
using vehicle weapons plus agility? Okay. 2, 6, 8. That's 8. Again, thanks, chat. I'm just gonna pre the thing. That's again 9. Pre-edging is what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
6 successes.
Nice. That's 3 net hits on the first attack. How much base
Okay.
damage is your gun? I think it's like 6, right? Heavy pistol.
A6 D6 submachine gun? Is that
Submachine gun. Okay, so then your weapons are underneath that, and I think submachine guns is 6.
we're just what you said.
Yeah. So with 3 net hits, add that onto the 6. That's 9 damage for the first shot, and then go ahead and fire the second shot.
All right, just gonna use up my last edge. Why not?
Why not?
7 successes.
Another 3. All right, describe the kill.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Actual kill.
I killed a person in
You
front
asked-
of children.
I like how you asked and then you didn't think and you're like, I'm gonna shoot that guy. You could narrate it to where you shoot him in like the kneecaps or something so he's downed.
nah, fuck him, murder him. Do it.
Yeah.
I don't think Onyx wants to kill a person in front of children, so I think that it's just like he
Why
got
are
them
you
to be,
firing?
I mean, that
It is a
person was
submachine
going
gun. I
to
don't think you
kill
can
the
be
children.
honest.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty damn gory even if you don't kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is gonna be
They need to
dramatic
learn
anyway.
at some point, Logan.
Yeah. Maybe this is like scared straight. This is why you don't Shadowrun people. This is why. Like,
Hey,
All right, I
Gray
think-
Man's our
Hey,
stream
thanks, Gray
boss.
Man.
Everyone gets an edge. Thank you.
Hey,
Yes, I
right when I
needed
ran
that.
out. Great.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't pre-edge my rolls. I meant to.
So I think that you just see like a laser pointer, and then and there's an X through this guy.
you went from unsure to doubling down.
We're just going for it. I mean, he
Yeah,
was
but-
threatening kids, so
But yeah, that's what Scrum was saying, yeah.
Bam. Voltar.
I want to okay, I want to do a front flip, grab this guy with my legs, and throw him behind me.
Bam.
I'm
Close
like,
combat.
Yeah. Hey. That's what she's known for some reason. Oh, I'm using my legs this time. Boop. And then boop. 4 successes.
Are you comfortable with this level of success?
that's a no.
Yeah, no.
I mean, we did just get
It's
it.
not always a no.
We did.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes it's just Oz fucking with
He likes
us, but he rarely does it. You
That's
rarely
true.
do that anymore.
No, I do.
So, I'm gonna take
I
this
I
bait.
can't do
I'm-
it all the time. Otherwise, it's not
yeah,
effective.
yeah. I think just to get him away from the girls, I'm gonna do the re-roll. 1, 2, 3. Come on, roll gods, dice gods, whatever your names are. 5 successes.
Okay. This guy evades your leg
That's so
grab.
good.
Yeah. This guy's fast. He's
Can I
got
just-
he's got the same
'cause
like
I-
wired reflexes that you have, so you guys are just
Yeah.
like
Yeah. I have 2 narrations, so instead of
Yeah.
just grabbing him, I'm just gonna front flip forward to him, and I'm gonna try punching this gun out of his hands. Then
Okay, that's another close combat.
and that's all I have. Oh no! I'm gonna front flip forward and grab my Eskimo sticks and just fucking whap on him.
All right, that's still
Yeah.
close combat, but do it.
I know, but that's still extra damage with it. I'm using my arms. God damn it! All right, who said that we were rolling good this session? Because bullshit.
Yeah.
I cursed us. I'm sorry.
Still better than last time.
This
I
guy
don't
just
have any
basically, yeah, this guy, like, as you're going for it, he just, like, pyramids his hands and, like, knocks them to the side, your hands with your
They
Eskimo
are
sticks.
electrified. Does that count?
He, like, no, like, he touches your arm to, like, push him off to the side. Like, he makes sure not to touch the electrified sticks.
He's smart. Okay.
Yeah.
I have done nothing this session.
All right, this guy's going to give you, now that you're like face to face with him, he's going to front kick, boof, right into your chest. Give me a defense test.
Good luck with that, motherfucker. 1, 2.
Holy shit.
3,
And have a
4.
glitch die.
Okay. 6 successes and a thingy
Bam.
major.
Okay, well, he just barely manages to hit you with also 6. That's
My
base
God.
damage, 3 stun.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, stun. That doesn't go into my armor? I'm cool with
It
that.
can go to your armor, yeah.
No, I'll take stun.
Hey, well, it goes to your armor first, so either way, it's gonna knock down some armor.
Oh, okay. So,
But you can
nothing
obviously, you can reduce it with
stun,
your
though?
damage reduction.
Oh, well, it is. Oh, yeah. You said 3, so
Yeah, it's like
he
1.
did 1 point of damage to me.
Yeah. So this
I
guy's
think
like
that
trying.
like a boss.
So the guy was like trying to kick you back, but you got an
Yeah.
exploit. So tell me how. If A, he doesn't succeed, but then B, what do you do in retaliation?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is his legs cybered at all?
Mm.
This is for Paige's narration. It doesn't have to be for Volter. I can change my narration.
Well, I
Alright,
didn't. I didn't imagine him with cyber legs, but
Okay, well,
he can for a plot point.
No, I don't want him to. He kicks her, and he fucking breaks his leg.
He breaks his leg, like he like shattered.
Yeah,
like, he's like,
he shatters
"Ah!"
like his ankle, like his shin or something. It just snaps, and Volter barely moves
Deadpool
back.
kicking Colossus style.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah.
Breaks his ankle. Yeah.
Yeah, but Volter
Now
barely
that's
moves back.
karma.
I'm gonna say that he loses his second attack from the pain.
Yes.
And he just kind of like, fuck, and he's basically just like open for attack,
Sweet.
or capture.
I mean-
really.
I'm out of a turn, so it's up to
Well-
the other two.
Well,
Other
this,
3.
yeah, I mean, that basically ends my turn. He's the only one left, and he already like went. So it's up to you guys how you want to handle this situation. Do you want to finish him off, or do you want to capture him?
Capture him. Interrogate. I have intimidation. Let me do it.
If we're out of initiative order, then Voltar can jump in and capture him.
Yeah. Are we?
Yeah.
I will
We can
fucking
be.
I'll just subdue him, and as he's hopping on one leg, Volter will trip him and then just pin him with her arms and body, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah. And she'll look up at the girls, who I'm guessing Amy is still there, but Bridget took off running.
No, they're together.
Okay, yeah, she'll ask them, "Are you all right?"
Yeah, that was so cool.
Amy's
Walter will kind of like give her this look, like, I mean, I missed all my attacks, but thank you. Like, she'll just kind of give this like, thank you. Like,
Amy's really quiet, having just seen her mom
yeah.
turn into like a bloody mage on the warpath. And she can't see the spirit, so she saw like something like beating up, and like her mom like delivering a stun bolt through like a spray of blood.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's just kind of staring, and Deliverance like rushes up to her, and she puts a blood-stained hand on her cheek and says, "Honey, are you okay?"
I don't understand what's happening, Mom. What are you doing here?
I'm going to go deal with that man over there, and you're going to stay right here. And the spirit that she summoned is crouching down and staring at Amy, who can't see him. And she says, "Don't go anywhere. You're being protected. I will come get you in a minute." And she stands up and walks over to Voltar and the elf.
Hey, kid, you got any smokes?
He's like a greaser.
Hey.
Pompadour, like,
Yeah.
that character's gonna be in this campaign. I fucking promise you. Someday.
All right, so as you approach Voltar, who has this dude pinned to the ground, what now?
So unless Voltar starts talking, Deliverance is gonna go up to him and
I think Voltar would just mainly just say, "You will give me all the information that you have on this case, or I will break your other leg, and you will be in a wheelchair for the rest of your days." And she'll just smile and blink.
Is this the elf guy?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the
okay.
one that fired at the principal. Go ahead and give me an intimidation test.
Of course.
Unless Deliverance wants to assist in that.
Please do. Because I've been rolling like shit.
Wait, I took everything from his comlink, so like we already have everything.
Yeah, we got.
I
doesn't know that.
thought this was random goon number 3.
No, this is
the
the
job's
goddess.
done, right?
2
Well, I
successes.
mean-
Deliverance, are you gonna assist at all?
yeah. Do I have to roll Intimidate for this?
Yes. If you don't have it, just charisma.
All right. I will assist.
What do you want? How do you intimidate?
Okay, so 3 successes. So she just stands there and stares at him with blood dripping down her forehead and off of her arms, and just like locks eye contact.
All right, Voltar, you get to roll an extra 3 dice.
Can you only do one helping person, or can I help too?
You can help as well.
I just want to train the laser pointers on the guy.
Sure, give me your intimidation.
I think that's just charisma for me.
Mm-hmm.
Two successes.
Roll an additional 2 dice.
4 successes in total.
4 successes in total.
Because I got 2, and then they additional got 2.
Yeah.
Because I've been rolling like crap, guys. I am not happy with this.
Mhm.
Walter's still shook.
ahead.
He looks at all of you and just guffaws. He's like, if you're gonna break my legs, just fucking do it. I'm not telling you shit.
Is he part of Ares?
So his comlink, how much information did it have on it? Like, do I have everything? Do I
Chat,
have all the names and?
yeah, chat. Feel free to let us know what else is on that comm link. But let's see. What would he have? He would have.
Well, his name, right? First of all, because we never got his name. We just knew that he was one of the guys, right?
Right.
So his name.
His name
Well,
is.
I guess it's. Should we do a perception or something, or like, and then whoever wins between you and I gets to choose the info? Is that one of these situations?
You ripped everything
No?
out. You ripped everything
Oh,
out, so
okay.
it's yours.
That 10-hour video, I'm
Nick.
never gonna give you up.
Nick,
Thank you, Nick.
but
So it's just like a troll, like not actual information.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all that comlink has on it. I'm kind of willing to take it, actually.
no plot
No.
point. It's not. At this point, like,
You could you
Probably-
have it? Could you take it and then have it be some sort of security thing? So when people attempt to do hack in, that's all they get, and they're just like, oh, god damn it, and they don't go any further. But if they go further past that video, there's everything else.
Sure. Can I take a plot point and then spend a plot point and say that his security measure is Rick Ashley from fucking
1992?
100 years ago?
Oh my god, yeah.
And then
You know what? We'll just. I'm just gonna fucking hand wave all of this. Yes, you find a 10-hour video. I'm gonna take it. You find a 10-hour video that of Never Gonna Give You Up. And while that is incredibly annoying, you're able to get to the source material on this comm link. So thank you to Nick Morgan.
yes, thanks, Nick. You fucking dickbag.
Wait, what? Why did the music stop? I thought we were just gonna listen to that.
Fritz purges that video from existence.
It now has
So
never
hard that it actually deletes it from the Matrix.
From existence.
But yeah, he has all the names. Is that what you? So I found that. I love you too, Nick. We have that, and then his comlink have everything or just a select amount of information on it?
So what you find is, communication between him and the principal about, you need to come here, emergency, blah, 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 and then that backs up all of the footage that you collected. You have Can
I take Palmer Jim's suggestion that there's evidence on there connecting the Greek to Ares executive?
Yes.
I'm taking that then. Plus I need a plot point, just in case.
Yeah.
Shit goes down.
Lysander, thank you for that.
That's
I'm
a
also
good
going to
one.
take Lysander. Says there's a directory of names and a calendar of meeting for the next week.
You said you're gonna take that?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's
Right?
So all of the evidence basically is pointing this guy towards the Detroit Mafia, as well as somehow Ares is connected in terms of, the Greek is in talks with an Ares executive, and then who is not exactly, I guess he's probably should be named, but basically this Ares executive is the one that's in charge of like funds, like scholarship funds and stuff like that go towards the city.
It's a very World of
What a
Warcraft
name!
Yeah, it's a very high fantasy name. Did you already have a name for him, or?
No, I mean it's
No?
it's an exec. And
No, I mean like the elf himself.
Oh, the elf. It can be
Yes.
Johan. I'm okay with that.
Johan? Super
Super
Nintendo?
No.
He's not the superintendent.
All right.
He's not the superintendent.
I'll take Lysander. Johan Lightmane.
Yeah, this guy.
Johan
He
Lightning!
has wonderful hair.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
exactly what I imagined too.
Silvery
Yes, like-
blonde.
Yeah,
Yeah.
silvery blonde, Fabio. Yeah.
Yeah, gorgeous.
He's okay. So, all right. So we have connections between the Greek and Ares. We have connection between this guy and the Greek and the principal, right? The principal who is currently bleeding out in the cafeteria. Nothing in particular connecting Bloodworthy, but it's enough to take to the media as a news source, as a source, and take this down.
And does this include the principal as well? It incriminates him.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
Okay,
Principal's
and so this
totally
this,
in on it.
I'm guessing all this information is coming through. Like Fritz is like, okay, you got this.
Well, the way he's going to do that spectacularly is since he's hacked into their comm links in the Matrix, his avatar is like kneeling down next to like the bleeding guy, and then there's the other bleeding guy, and then he hacks into their comm links to bring himself up and force his silhouette up in their AR.
Oh, wait. Fritz also has the principal's comm link, right?
Yes.
So the principal has been having meetings with James Bloodworthy, although it doesn't really specifically say what. So it's not James Bloodworthy, and I'm going to spin a plot point, was, as politicians do, are very careful to ensure that they don't leave paper trail of that kind of those kinds of conversations. All you have is that he had a meeting with James Bloodworthy. It's still not enough to take him down, but really when it comes down to it is you couldn't get everybody, but you could get enough to take him down and maybe open an investigation on him.
The girls also have something. According to Bridget, she has
That's true.
Recorded footage of something. She also has dates and times of the people dropping packages
Features.
off and everything like that.
That was all made up, but I could just spin some plot points. I had 3 of them.
I thought it was
Logan.
canon.
Logan.
Might as well,
Logan.
yeah.
Yeah, well now it is.
But you can
Welcome to
specify
Anarchy.
exactly what's on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, would Bloodworthy ever have come here?
I don't think
think
so
so,
directly, no.
yeah.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Oh.
But I can think of maybe him authorizing some movement
like
of some
files.
kind.
Yeah. I think Janet came to the school once.
Janet.
Oh, Janet.
Damn it.
Oh,
Janet.
Damn it, Janet.
Loose end you.
We love you.
There's also just candid video of him with Bloodsworthy with a cigar and a burning dollar lighting and going, "I've drugged all these children."
I'm pretty sure that would just give the answer to Bridget, so I don't think she had that. But yes.
So yeah, I don't think Bridget knows anything about Janet or her connection to Bloodworthy.
Yeah, like it's like, oh, who's this mysterious woman that showed up and had like blah blah blah, but like now that there's information to match it to, she's like,
another case solved.
Imagine
and
them like kicking walkers. She was like, aha! As
Fritz is like kind of telling the elf everything he needs to know, what happens like to his face? Like, is he just kind of like still laughing, or
he's basically resigned to his fate. He's not gonna tell. He's not gonna narc.
Are you? What's up, Trev?
What was our mission statement? I also had a thing. Our mission statement was to
expose the
help
public
these-
school drug conspiracy in City Hall. You need as much evidence as
Right.
possible to be able
Right.
to present to the news media.
Which we
Right.
pretty much have.
And the it wouldn't really matter if we gave it to Mix Johnson before it gets to the news medias. So we could send it to news medias and also send it to Mix Johnson just so
simultaneously.
it's
Okay.
Was
It's
that
basically the same job. They're
Same
all
job?
involved.
Okay.
They're all
Yeah.
involved in the same job.
So basically what I was gonna say was that Fritz, when he's doing it, the Monopoly movie, he pops up and Fritz's silhouette basically just kind of like points up at nothing in AR, and then a rectangle pops up of the me feed video that just went live anonymously of some elf who's been named Lohan and the principal. And talking about drugging school children and then shooting the principal, and then this also went to a bunch of news media outlets, and it's all over everywhere now. Yeah, that's basically
Okay,
all I know.
before you decide that that's what you're going to do, remember that you
Yes.
were being paid specifically by this reporter to get the scoop, so that they could release it.
They want the exclusive.
Yeah.
So they want the exclusive? Okay.
Mhm.
So can I say that this reporter was like chomping at the bit ready, and as soon as they send it, they just fucking run it immediately.
Yeah.
I want instant gratification on. If not, whatever. He just pops up and says, I have all this, and within the day, you're fucked.
Yeah, I wouldn't say instant gratification because there still need to be, police called in, knight errant, etc., to go in and arrest all the evildoers, and then footage of that, of them being taken into their cop cars and all that. But essentially, it's a job well done. What do you want to do with this dude, with Johan?
Okay, so
What a break his arm leg.
when the
That'd be nice.
like as the video like starts popping up in his AR display and it starts to kind of dawn on him like everything we have, everything we're gonna release, and that he's pretty much hooped. Deliverance with like blood dripping down everywhere is gonna kneel beside him and lean over his face, and the blood from her face drips into his silvery white hair, and she leans in really close and she says, you know, they say that vengeance is the Lord's, but I am his arm extended. And she takes out her stun baton and just jabs it on his temple and just to knock him out.
Is he out or is he dead?
What's your intention here?
She's
'Cause-
intending to keep him alive.
Okay.
He's alive.
Yeah.
I break
He's
his
out.
leg when he's unconscious. I really want to break his other leg. I just simply step on it and then step over it.
I don't think we can. Trav, can we? I don't think we can hear you.
Nope. Aw.
So a plot point. I want to montage us. Okay, so
Yeah.
in between all of the news footage. Yay! Thanks, Eric. In between the news footage that is being released and all these people getting made, and the investigation on Bloodworthy is going to continue, but he's basically under public scrutiny right now, and he's not getting a good rep. But he hasn't been taken down. But all of these other people, including the principal, are being taken down. The mafia is these particular goons appear they basically pin it on this one ringleader, which is one of the guys that you saw, the two guys that you saw in the meeting with Bloodworthy and the principal at City Hall. But it doesn't take down the whole mafia because it's the mafia. But basically that whole arm is gone. And yeah, basically it's job well done, although Knight Errant takes all the credit, of course, for your work.
I mean, I had to. I mean, I'm part of Mary, so.
We got paid, right? That's
all that matters.
Got paid.
Payment.
Yes. Mix Gale, the reporter, says, well, that was some damning stuff. That was great stuff. I love seeing bloodshed on my news.
if it bleeds, it leads.
It's very dramatic, yes. So here you go. It's well earned, and you all earn your 2 karma for the job.
Yay! Wait, do I get paid too? Because I wasn't really part of the negotiation in the beginning. Because when she was originally going to pay them, she was going to pay the 3. And Volter's was kind of
That's a good point. I'll give you session participation karma, and then we'll just call it.
That's fine. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I feel like given that Onyx messed up one of the members of the team, that he's at least like okay if we split 3 shares into 4 shares, you know?
4 shares into 5 shares.
Wait, what?
Oh wait, no, that's right. I'm
Yeah,
counting
yeah.
myself. Sorry.
You getting
I'm
karma?
in the team. No, yeah, so it's 3 into 4 shares. So you're looking at 6 karma being split amongst 4 people. I don't really know how it's gonna work, but up to you guys.
2, 4, 6.
1 karma. I don't know if Onyx, you want to give like 1 karma to Voltar and just call it a day.
Yeah,
Or
that sounds fine.
Fritz will take only 1 karma, and then he gives that 1 karma to Calamity.
okay.
So I get 1 karma. for
Thanks,
this turn.
Shug.
Yeah, thanks. I'm cool with that.
I buy my very sweet daughter a very awesome bunny.
Aw.
Aw.
Yes, montage.
But Dad, why just her? Why not 2 bunnies?
Wait a second. Did both of them want bunnies?
They both wanted bunnies. Yes.
Oh,
you were
well,
you were
obviously
running this
two
so you
bunnies.
could get them.
I guess
both
you gotta do
bunnies.
another
I
run.
asked first.
Obviously 2 bunnies. Obviously 2 bunnies. Definitely 2 very good.
I was gonna
bunnies.
say, I see who the favorite child is. It's not Christopher Walken, baby. That's for sure.
My bunny, my bunny. What should I call him, Daddy? Should I call him Fluffy? How about
That's a wonderful
how about
name.
Fuzzy? How about Dragon? This is my bunny.
Dragon
His name is
is a-
Dragon.
That's a really good bunny name.
Thanks.
You're-
Papa, look, it's Dragon.
I'm gonna name him Michael. If you get that reference, you're old as fuck.
I don't.
Constantine. Constantine approaches Onyx. Constantine approaches Onyx and says, "Well, that was I'm glad everything turned out good.
Yeah. You know, next time I want to buy them something cool, maybe we could just eat ramen for a while.
Aw.
We're gonna have to, unless you want to eat rabbit."
Oh my
I kid-
god!
I kid- I'm totally kidding. It's-
Instant divorce.
I think they both knew that they were kidding. You know?
Do we
Ugh.
get pictures of your kids with bunnies? Please tell me that you send them to the group.
Obviously, too many, way too many. Like initially, it was a very cute pic, and then there was a bunch.
It's just like sickening cute now. It's just like, we get it, you have bunnies. Like, you're so lucky. I'll put you down on my contacts list.
So backing up right after the carnage is over.
Yeah, this is like this montage plot point. Like it's just jumping. It's time jumping
Sure,
wherever this is going to be dramatically appropriate. So,
yeah. So Deliverance after she stuns the elf, she deliberately does not go to see the principal because he knows her face and she doesn't want to get mixed up in that. And she goes over to Amy and Bridget and then wraps Amy in a big hug and says,
Mom, you're getting blood on me. This is really
I don't
gross.
care, sweetie.
Why are you
my
bleeding?
God.
Do we need to get you? We need to get you to a hospital, Mom.
No, I'm fine. I got a little bit injured.
You
It was,
really don't look fine.
I don't feel great. Oh, that's true. I'm really sorry. And she I didn't mean to. And she kind of like tries to wipe off the blood, and then she looks up at the spirit that's watching over Amy, and she nods at him, and he nods back, and then he vanishes. And she says, "Let's just go home, okay? We can talk about this tomorrow. I think we both need some sleep."
Okay. Well, what if like I don't talk about it if you don't talk about it? Or do we need to talk about it?
That's a tempting offer.
What are you, Mom?
Deliverance kind of looks down and brushes her hair and like streaks blood through her hair. Amy, there are certain mistakes I've made that have followed me through my whole life. And it hasn't ended up in a good place. I sometimes have to do things I find distasteful and difficult in order to keep you and your your brother and sister and your dad safe. Sometimes it involves moments like these. What were you doing here?
I was trying to help. Nobody was doing anything.
She leans in. Did you find all the drugs? And slash them?
Maybe.
And she ignores her protests and gives her another big hug and says, well, I won't tell your dad if you don't.
Mom, you're getting blood on me again.
She like hugs her tighter.
Oh god.
Bridget, what are you sticking your nose in again? Do you need a ride home?
I mean, I don't want to walk. Would that be opposing?
Well, there's a man with a van outside. Oh, that doesn't sound great. Well, probably better than the lady with the Cadillac. You know what? It's best you don't ask too many questions. Just come with me.
Okay.
And
imagine that it happens while there's like stretching out and pulling out the shrapnel from her shoulder, walking past them, like completely nonchalant. Best not to ask too many questions. This yeah.
This was the best night of my whole life.
I'm
who did she
covered
say
in
that
blood.
I think she just says that out loud.
Yeah, and Amy over here, she's like, I'm covered in blood.
It's just that like everything's on you, so you just do this thing and you just like hold up your hands and you're just like
Yeah.
And
Hey, raid!
Hey!
39! You guys
Oh
just...
my God!
Now is
We're
when you
just
guys...
wrapping up.
We're just wrapping
Come
up.
on, guys!
Oh. All right, that's okay. Well,
It's okay.
but welcome. Thank you again.
Yeah,
Yes, Bubber Nut. I love that stream.
Yeah.
I hope you guys, they were playing Shadowrun Anarchy as well over on their channel for the first time. So, yeah.
Good stuff.
Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, we're currently in the middle of Feels, so you're about to, yeah.
And it's not stopping.
So Deliverance looks at her daughter Amy, who has just single-handedly destroyed a 1 million new yen drug stash that was the center of a conspiracy to drug a bunch of school children for profit, and behind her back, and she feels an immense sense of pride and a sinking feeling of dread because she knows the feeling that her daughter's feeling for the first time in her life that she felt at age 14, and which started her onto shadowrunning. But she's a little bit hopeful because her path was not quite so positive. It was a lot more for selfish gain than for the greater good. And so she's wrestling with these emotions as she herds the two girls into the van and says to Bridget, "All right, Veronica Mars, let's go."
What's a
Oh my
Veronica
God, you call me
Mars?
Veronica Mars. This classic show. We should watch it.
You should watch Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego.
Retro, you're not here.
I'm sorry.
Get out of here, Retro.
I'll go back to the Grand Rapids. I'm sorry.
If Carmen Sandiego is really in the world, I'd find her in a minute.
So you guys get driven off to your homes. Voltar and Fritz, what are you doing?
I'd like mine to be the closer.
Okay, Voltar.
Okay. She takes a ride back with Onyx and Deliverance. I imagine that she's sitting in the back seat in between both of the girls. Because that image in my head is just great. Because I imagine like Bridget, just like.
Cool.
if they don't ask her anything, like what is she made out of? Then she'll. Voltar won't speak to them, but she gets back to the her place. She walks home, and she tells Gage what happened, and she mentions that Ares executives were involved, or at least one of them.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. There are a bunch of... There's corruption everywhere, you know? Doesn't necessarily mean that your father was involved.
What if he was? What if he's doing something that is worse than what he's doing now?
Well, we all have to... When you find out what that is, then you can go ahead and figure that out. But in the meantime, you've got nothing on him, so...
The only thing I have is that he wiped my memory. A person before named Victor, and I don't remember anything of it. Why would he do that to his only son?
I can't say. I wouldn't know the answer to that.
What am I, Gage?
You're a soldier.
So I am just a weapon.
Well, you're not just a weapon. You're a person. Soldiers are people.
Most people aren't covered in metal.
Well, you know, most people aren't mages or technos or whatever. I mean, it's just the world's a scary place, and people adapt, and people are made to be better, and people buy big guns.
Why was it that I got this, and there are two lovely children who got rabbits, and instead I was made into this?
Circumstance? I know it's not what you want to hear, but honestly, I can't speak about this, not because I know, it's just I don't know. So I can't presume to know what the motivations were. I just know that this is you're not just a pet project to him.
No, but I still need to know where you have worked for Ares in the past. Do you know where they would keep certain datas if he kept any information on my past? How do I get that back?
I worked for Knight Errant, so that's just a subsidiary. I honestly, I can't say how they function. It sounds like you want answers I can't really give. All I can do is be a sympathetic ear for you.
Thank you, Gage.
I've got your
I
back,
guess-
whatever it is that you need.
Thank you.
As long as I'm not being turned against your father, you understand. I have business interests.
Of course. I have to keep you fed. That's what you use with your money, correct? That's fine. I have a friend who could attempt to help me with finding information. I just hope he is willing to work with me.
Well, be careful.
Thank you.
At that point, like some customers walk onto the grounds to buy some weapons, and Gage looks pained to have to like stop the conversation like that, but it seems like it's a good ending point. for it,
Yeah,
and
she
he
understands.
turns.
She sends 2 messages. She sends one to Fritz, asking him if he would help her out with a personal matter. And she would mention that it involves pretty much breaking into the area's security. And the second one is to her father, and it just says, "We need to talk."
Ooh.
All right,
World's
Dickens.
worst text message to receive.
Yeah.
Fritz.
All right, is my mic working?
Yes.
This is gonna be a lot. So I'm
Fingers
gonna
crossed.
quickly. Okay, I switched it around. Hopefully it's working. For the raiders, Fritz is a German elf technomancer. Very old, but since he's an elf, it doesn't show so much. Currently, in his bunker in the wastes of Detroit, physically. But he's currently in the Matrix in a program he created that resembles almost to a T Museum Island within Berlin. It's a sort of a tourist attraction, but it's just like it sounds. It has a lot of historic museums, and it's really a place of knowledge for people who like to, indulge in that sort of thing. Fritz is in the Matrix. Still, his form is in its Shadowrun gear within the Matrix, and he's sitting. His legs are crossed and his hands are folded in front of him, and he's sitting on one of the roofs of the building, and he's looking up at the artificial Berlin sky, at the stars, and then he looks over at this program. There appears to be a carnival happening at the moment. There's a lot of extravagant color.
Mike's out.
Cut out.
It was doing good.
All right, we're doing this
Yeah.
because I'm not risking that again. So sorry about the drop in quality, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of extravagant lights and colors, and it's kind of like a big show of a carnival. and he's sitting and he's looking over all of the colors that he's programmed in. And as he is, the sprite he compiled about an hour ago skips up behind him and says, "Papa, Papa! Look! Look at all the colors, Papa! There's so many clowns!" And he looks down at the simulation of his daughter, and he kind of chuckles, and he says, yes, there's many colors to be seen, and you're not as afraid of clowns as you were when you were younger, were you? And she says, "No, Papa, they are not scary, they are funny." And he just smiles, but looks away, and she says, "What is wrong, Papa? You seem sad." And he says, "Well, Papa has a lot on his mind, Stachan, and there are people that he is working with that he doesn't know if he can trust, and he's just very afraid of what's happened in the past." And she says, "Oh, Papa, but what about what Mother says? Remember what she said? She said, the past is the past, and the present is now." And he smiles and looks at her, and he turns and leans forward and grabs her by the shoulders and says, "How's about you and I go get some ice cream?" And she says, "Oh yes, can we get chocolate? Chocolate's my favorite." And he kind of moves her hair out of her face, and it pixelates since it's not real. And he says, "Yes, my Leibchen, I know." And she fades away. And so does the rest of the simulation, as he's sitting again in his workspace, staring at a blank wall made of pixels. And he sits in silence for a moment before getting back to work.
All right. Is anybody else? I guess that was supposed to be the closer. So.
Here are all my plot points, Jen.
God damn it! All right. Actually, you know what? I want to leave on a final note.
Go for
While you are sitting in this black space in the Matrix, this form, this glowing form, starts to suddenly swirl again in front of you. The one that you saw when you were at the when you were in that shipping container on your way back home. And this time, instead of like a cylinder, this is a rectangular prism that shows and just grows and grows and says, "You appear to be lost."
He doesn't reply. He stares at it. He acknowledges its existence.
"I have much to show you, if you'll allow me."
Given the fact that I have not been notified of a breach in any of my defenses, I would assume that you are not an intruder in this space.
Well, you're right. I shouldn't have come on so strong. I understand that I've been notified of your presence, and I've been watching you. I find you quite fascinating, and I think you would be useful. And I think that you and I have similar goals. This prism just keeps growing and growing into like this massive wall.
Are you able to form your avatar into something more digestible? This clutter of space isn't exactly helping.
It this wall just kind of like starts to come down on top of you, and it just like this wire frame just over your body, and you find yourself in like this massive pixelated library. And it says, "You've been contacted before."
Yes, and I do believe I rudely turned you away. I apologize.
Oh, that wasn't me. That was 01.
Does this make sense to him?
Not necessarily, no.
Not so. Okay. And you would be.
You can call me Archivist.
Archivist. Well, I'm sure you know, but I am Fritz. And
I do know.
you're not. Well. Sentient isn't the right word because you obviously are, but you're not physically existent. Am I on the right track here?
Are you aware of mentor spirits?
You mean like with awakened folk?
Yes. I'm like that, but resonance.
I suppose it isn't entirely out of the question. Why have I not heard of anything like this before? Why contact me now? You understand my age isn't exactly in its bright years.
Well, you've always been such a man of science. It's quite hard to approach someone who has such a rational line of thinking. I am inherently irrational. Although, that said, I'm not 01. I'm not the world tree. The world tree, that wanted connection, mumbo jumbo. I knew that wasn't for you. You don't want to connect, you want to disconnect. And you don't want to just peruse, you want knowledge, you want to deep dive, and I can provide that. Come, allow me to show you what I can offer. I promise I don't bite.
What's the catch of all this?
Oh, let's not talk negotiations. Get to know me first. Establish some trust. But know that I do not betray. I have one thing, and one thing alone, that matters to me, and that is to know more than 1 million tetrabytes of things.
That's... Don't we all? Alright, Archivist. Let's get to work.
Glitchy, fade out. Okay, we're done. That wraps up our session.
Woo! We pulled it out of a deep well of technical difficulties.
Yes. And now you've been approached by a technical entity.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. All right. So, wow. All right. So first off, thank you to everybody who stuck with us through technical difficulties, as well as everybody that came in from Bub's channel. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you enjoy this, Shadowrun/other Shadowrun content, definitely check out our shadowcasters.network/discord. That's where you can connect to a community of like literally almost 2,000 people that love Shadowrun, as well as like all the Shadowrun content creation that we have, podcasts, actual plays, radio dramas, and this Twitch show here of Shadowrun Anarchy. In addition to that, I'm also going to promo some other stuff. Tomorrow we have Once Upon a Tabletop, which is going to be, we're going to be joined by Margaret Crone and Cassie of Emerald's Grid, and we're going to be playing Battlestar Galactica, the board game. And we're not just going to play it, we're going to role play it. So check us out. And so that's going to be tomorrow at 9 p.m. on our channel here. And also next Monday, we're going to be alternating with Join the Anarchy. Every other Monday is going to be a 4-shot, and basically a short run of a indie RPG called Misspent Youth, which is teenagers fighting the system and authority of some kind that we all create together based off of things that we don't like about bullies, and come up with like an authoritarian near future dystopia that they run, and teenagers fighting against it. So check us out. It's going to be a super rebel role play. And yeah, I think aside from that, that's Join the Anarchy, everybody. Let's go ahead and sound off. Thanks to our guest who is sitting there for the last 30 minutes. Sorry. Hi, Onyx / Logan.
Hey, Logan!
Tell me, Logan, and tell all these people about Very Random Encounters.
Hey, yeah, I'm one of 4 co-hosts of Very Random Encounters. It shares a lot in common with this show because we do improv stuff that we get from just randomizers rather than an audience. We play pen and paper RPGs, a bunch of different games, and randomize as much as possible. Right now we're doing D6 and an anime season. It's really fun. I'm the DM there, and we'd love to, find you or find us. We'd love for you to find us on whatever podcast service you randomly choose to listen to.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then sound off quickly, Deliverance.
I'm Scrim and I play Deliverance. You can find me on the Twitter, and I'm not really involved in many other actual plays. I have been on Once Upon a Tabletop, so y'all should tune in tomorrow night with Oz. It's pretty fun. But yeah, I will see y'all in 2 weeks.
Excellent. Trav.
What's up? My name is Trav, or Travis, Mr. Travy Trav, or Travy Trav VA on Twitter, Mr. Travy Trav on YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. I'm working on a new YouTube video that's gonna go up, so subscribe.
And Paige.
Hi, I'm Paige. I play Volter. I do artwork, so if you want to buy my artwork, which is low prices of $30 because of shipping and handling, it's usually $25, but girls gotta live. I do artwork, so if you want to look at my artwork, you can follow me on Instagram at the Ram Queen with 2 N's, and Twitter, and I'm also on Discord, so feel free to contact me. Or you can just follow me on all those things to look at my dumb face and my cats and my moped. Or my artwork.
Yeah, and I am Oz. You can find me on OzCore, and I do all kinds of random shit on the Twitch. I'm also the voice of Augustus on Tales from the Stuffer Shack, which is another Anarchy game podcast that takes place in a Stuffer Shack. It's Clerks meets Shadowrun. And then I'm also the voice of Ziggy, the troll Shadowrunning philosopher on Radio Free Detroit. So check that out as well. And then let's see, what else do we need to do? Oh, hey, Greyman's our stream boss. Congratulations, you're gonna create the next NPC. I need to feature a little more Kimberly. Kimberly was the stream boss, but then she ended up like not really panning out as much as I wanted. I just wanted her to kind of be like the motive behind why Bridget and Amy were so gung-ho about taking all this down. But yeah, no, there will be more Kimberly in the future.
Yeah.
After a little bit of rehab. And so congratulations to Greyman and our raffle winner of $15 on Drive-Thru RPG. goes to Bam Lysander for Johan Lightman. Thank you to Lysander.
Hey!
That's Greg. That's what I'm
Awesome.
Hey, so you can buy yourself a copy of Shadowrun Anarchy so that you can play it on very random encounters.
Do
We
it.
already have that bad boy, right?
Oh dang! Hey, did you buy that at Gen Con?
I bought it at a Gen Con a year ago.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
You just had it the whole time and you haven't played it? Yes, for me.
But now
Kidding.
I know how to play it, and it's great.
There you go.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It is great.
Perfect.
It is great.
All right. Well, you let me know what you want. Whatever your next future endeavor is going to be on Very Random Encounters, we're fronting the money. So.
Hell yeah, dude. And since we have so many fucking cyberpunk nerds here right now, you guys, the 2077 gameplay dropped today. If you haven't watched it, you need to go watch it now.
Do it.
Now.
It looks
That's-
amazing. I'm so pumped. All right, so before we leave, I'm just going to say thank you again to Logan and Very Random Encounters
Yes.
for letting us borrow you.
Yes.
And
Twice in a row.
Yeah.
thanks to our
it was
lovely
such a
audience.
blast.
Yeah, and thanks to our lovely audience for all of the donations and cheering and such. It blows my mind every time all the support that we get. So thank you,
Yeah, you
thank
guys
you
are the
so
best.
much. And last but not least, I'm gonna raid a channel. So I think I'm gonna raid Geek Space because I love them. So here we go, guys. Have a good night. It was a pleasure, and see you in 1 week if you want to watch Misspent Youth, and then see you in 2 weeks for the next episode of Join the Anarchy. Have a good one.
Nah.
Bye, guys.
I think I'm raiding.
Yep, you're
Looks
doing
like
it.
Yep.
I'm doing it.